Okay, hi everyone. We're from Home Group 2. My name is Rafi, and I will be presenting along with my colleagues who are Jonathan and Gongwei. And in this presentation, we'll be talking about the ICT for Development module, which is in relation to the task that was given with it. And to complete this task, our group chose Greenpeace as the nonprofit organization. Then we have the table of contents for this presentation. For the first one, we'll be discussing about the mind map of the website, and then we'll move on to the organization's statement and objectives, and then activity lists, analysis of those activities, and the recommendations. So first, we have the mind map of the Greenpeace website. So in the middle note, you can see the Greenpeace website. And then there are 4 branches, which are about the company and the history of the organization, the background, and the actions that the organization has taken. So in the About Us branch, it basically tells about the company's description, history, mission statements, and values, and so on. While on the Actions branch, it helps show the activities of Greenpeace that has been conducted, especially in facing environmental issues such as plastic waste, forest fires, and others. What our group analyzed and realized from reading the website is that we noticed how Greenpeace does well in trying to communicate with their users, and it also helps the users be comfortable navigating around their website. And the next one is we have the organization's statements and objectives. So it was stated in the website that the mission statement for Greenpeace is Greenpeace uses nonviolent creative action to pave the way towards a greener, more peaceful world and to confront the systems that threaten our environment. So basically, Greenpeace is an international organization that has offices located everywhere in the world, in different countries, including Indonesia. And with this quote that we have right here in the middle, it tells us that Greenpeace has a mission to be the guardian of the environment and take actions in their own hands to fight for it in a peaceful manner. And it also helps us tell that in overall their objectives and mission statements have a purpose of making a positive impact for the environment. So now we will be moving on to the actions taken by the organization in real life. So from browsing the website, we were able to analyze the top 3 initiatives that Greenpeace are always highlighting. The first one is to eradicate plastic pollution, or at least minimize them within the short run. And then they also aim to preserve ocean health, which is in relation to eradicating plastic pollution. And the third most popular initiative of Greenpeace is to advocate in forest protection. So it's also important that Greenpeace has always been uh, implying to their followers that all of the finances that Greenpeace use is actually financed by user donations, and then that they are also very transparent with their followers in the terms of publishing their yearly accountability records. So I believe that's all for me, and the rest of the task will be explained by my colleagues.
And now we will take a look at some of the actions taken by Greenpeace.org. To realize what they have mentioned in their website, we can see the different activities which they have done through some articles which were written to show us the actions done by Greenpeace.org. We can clearly see the utilization of the information and computer technology, or ICT, here as an aid in increasing the awareness of environmental as well as societal issues. Um, I feel that this platform can bring together different people who cares about these issues and work together in order to form a better environment and society, and which is in this case is environment and social society, and this also includes bringing together people such as donors, philanthropies, uh, volunteers, as well as just people who need to know what actually is happening in the world at the moment. And here, for example, in the article, it discusses the severity of the use of plastic, which causes excessive waste that is increasing day by day. And this article explained how companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Nestle rely on single-use plastics that not only pollute the entire planet with trash, but also sustain the oil and gas sector and cause climate change uh, or global warming. And Greenpeace.org realizes the company have been lying about them treating their waste the entire time, which whereas the fact is that they work together with oil companies to tell lies, and instead they produce more and more plastics. They um, they also realizes that plastic are not just a matter of trash and ocean anymore, but it is now also a matter of health, climate change, and also social justice. And we can see in the second picture where some of the volunteers of the Greenpeace.org is collecting trash, and they found out that turns out that many of them are even trash from abroad. Like here we can see is a bag of bagel crisps from America, and that is why they took action, such as creating campaigns, signing petitions, as well as pressuring the government to impose rules and regulations regarding these matters. Uh, well, in today's world, ICT has become major aspect in our lives, and uh, I believe that ICT, if used properly, can really be beneficial to the society. And for example, uh, uh, here is the Greenpeace.org to tell people uh, who they are and what they do. They have Greenpeace.org have utilized the ICT systems such as creating websites and even creating social media accounts to increase their reach and engagements. Uh, I think without these platforms, maybe most of us and even myself also wouldn't know what Greenpeace.org is all about. For example, here they utilize platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and also WhatsApp. In the screenshot, we can see that their Instagram page has almost 500,000 followers and also verified by Instagram. This kind of profile will also give a sense of trust to, example, for volunteers and as well to donors towards Greenpeace, as they would know that Greenpeace has a clear goal, and they really do what they said they were going to do through their posts as well to articles which are posted online. And uh, I think this is really important because uh, most of the time people have trust issues with NGOs, as there were many cases of fraud and scam done by fake NGOs. So building a strong community with these platforms is really important. And uh, finally, also in social media platforms like these, you can send other people's posts to your friends and create more awareness regarding these environmental matters proposed by Greenpeace, for example, in this case, and work together to make the world a better place for everyone.
Hi everyone, this is the final part of the presentation, which is recommendations on issues, actions taken by Greenpeace, and some impacts. Let's see. Greenpeace impacts on environmental protection in Indonesia, like with the actions taken by Greenpeace, like more individuals and organizations, like businesses, are influenced by the Greenpeace to build or to have the awareness of environment. Like they will try their best to avoid to make waste to pollute our environment by using more new renewable materials. Um, and also as a result, waste and pollution controlled, like less pollution and waste are made. And here we have an example here, which is about turtle and straw. Like, actually, you can't imagine like this kind of two things can be connected together, but actually they can. Like this is a case uh, like every year thousands of turtle will be found like in danger because in their nostril there will be some straw inside, so it's really hard for them to breathe. And uh, there's a research to find that uh, in the stomach of many marine animals, like fishes, turtles, there's like maybe like for every fish there will be thousands of pieces of plastic in their stomach because it's made because plastic is kind of fossil fuels materials, so it's really hard for our body to absorb it. And don't think it's only the problem of marine animals and the sea, because as a human we living in the earth, so we have to go with the environment every day. And every time you eat a fish you have to be careful, maybe it's polluted by plastic or not. Actually it's everyone's work to have the environmental awareness. And and as we can absorb like in these years like thousands of like uh, bubble milk tea shops in Indonesia are found. And cafe probably is the, the most frequent places that you go after school and work. So after there you order drink, there will be a straw given for you to drink the milk tea or coffee. um, in like 5 years later, many of them are made by plastic because the cost is very cheap and people don't have the um, environmental awareness. But in these years, many shops and restaurants they are starting to use the straws made by steel and glass and paper. And actually we can introduce actually I have to introduce the management method of waste control. There are three: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Like by avoiding to use a plastic straw, that is reduce, we reduce to have like plastic pollution waste. And by using steel and glass straw is to reuse, because every time you use steel or glass straw to drink the coffee, and you're going to wash it again and use it again, right? That is reuse. And and if you're using the paper made straw, or the shop is using the paper made straw, that is called recycle, because every time when you use it you have to throw it away, right? But it's actually the paper can be collected and and reproduced into like paper food package, and also new paper straw. That is that is the three method of the plastic sorry waste control. And do you think so with the hard working of these NGOs like Greenpeace, so everything is going all right, or we don't need to take like too much effort on it? No, actually the situation is still quite like serious. Like quite many of people and businesses in Indonesia don't have the awareness of environment. Like they're still using uh, some fossil fuels made materials to produce products. Let's have an example here, which is Lulu, Lulu, which is a super big brand of supermarkets in Indonesia. Actually, when I was in Indonesia, I went to Lulu quite often, like once a week. And every time I went to Lulu after shopping, like they just I don't know why, maybe their plastic bag is so cheap or free. They just try their best to give me more plastic bags. Like when I buy a tissue and some eggs and some uh, ice drinks, they would just use different plastic bags to package it together. Although they can be in the same bag, but I don't know why the staff of Lulu just put them into different plastics. So every time I shopping from Lulu, I will get like 3 or 4 plastic bags. Actually, it's a waste of resources, and if I throw them away, then it will be pollution, right? So I think we're going to have more NGOs like Greenpeace to put their influence to push businesses and to influence individuals to to have the awareness to protect our environment and take actions. And I believe with the working of this kind of environment, NGO, and us as customers, we have the biggest bargaining power. And if the business don't have the awareness of environments, we just don't buy the services or products from that. So they will be forced to protect the environment. Um, So that's all of our presentation. Thank you for your listening. And if you have any suggestions and feedbacks, please feel free to tell us, which would be very valuable for us. Thank you.